Greetings, I am Polar Nexus, the Ancient Gladiator, today with EVE Online, because I just want to go fly around in space today and just put my troubles behind me for a little while. Alrighty. Turn the game. Plugins on. Alright. So, crazy thing yesterday. I was flying around my probe, Blade Runner, and I was coming back from low security, hitting another low security, and my ship got blown to hell. And my capsule got blown to hell too, so shit. So I had to go get a new probe. I'm in the process of getting implants again. I will not reveal the person responsible, but kill rights are open on that. Open to everyone, and they're free. Anyway, I want them as inconvenienced as I am. Anyway, let's do something. Alright. And more stuff. Again. Yeah, just kind of caught me off guard. I'm just flying back. I don't think anything's going wrong. And then I see as I'm quickly, irreversibly heading towards the warp gate, flashing name in red. And was apparently the sound of a smart bomb going off. And before I know it, I see my insurance payout over in the wallet side of things. And then the flash, and it shows my clone floating in space. I'm like, fuck. Uh, it was bound to happen sooner or later. I was really hoping, you know, for it not to happen at all, but I guess it's the nature of the game. So, get to rebuild my probe. Since the original probe was named Blade Runner, I gave it this one the new name of Blade Runner 2049 because I'm silly like that. All right. That's why anticipating crazy shit happening is why I invest in the stuff that I currently have on my ship as blueprints to make more just in case. And thank freaking goodness I was prepared for that. Alright. Probe launcher. Okay. And scanner probes. Alright. What else do I need? Scan. Range finding array. And scan acquisition array. Do I really need anything? Oh, that's right. The data analyzer and relic analyzer. I have no intention of bringing this thing into combat, but at the same time, maybe just in case it might help to have a gun on this one. This is also my main cargo runner. I need to make one of these. If I remember right, the probe has a drone bay. I can just make drones to defend myself if needed. So a salvager wouldn't hurt, but at the same time, I don't want to take this thing into combat. This is for running cargo back and forth between my planets, the trade hubs, the places that are looking to buy shit. Just saying, I feel like I'm risking the expanded cargo hold twos to make more of the ones. Okay, let's look into industry. They're currently mid research on the salvager and probe. Of course, I lose the one ship that I'm in the middle of research for like the longest amount of time out of all of them. Okay. I want to take the expanded cargo hold. I need to find where I can mine Noxium comparatively safely. I know it's a high risk mining target, but I need to get to a position where I can mine as much stuff as possible without having to rely on buying it from someone else. Okay. Yeah, I can always sell the rest. What else did I have in mind? Warrior drones, right. I have a severe lack of tritanium. Let's go correct the severe lack of tritanium. Um, board my mining ship and take some low priority. Yeah, some low priority blueprints just to build them up. I think if I take a, I'm gonna check my market orders. How many mobile depots do I have left? 1, 7. I have not many left. Alright. It takes a while for them to sell. But go ahead and take the mobile depot blueprint and you'll get some extra research done on that one. Yeah, we'll take some -1. And adventure. Take various amounts of time. And then after get some mining done, that. What I like to do is go take out the one of my fighting ships. Go do some combat for salvage and extra money. What else is going on? Yeah, I was walking home from work and I was thinking, yeah, I might stream today. And I got home and it's like, well, hey, the people I like to watch are streaming. Went to watch for a little bit. And I ended up taking a nap just because the heat was getting to me. Yeah, the weather here's been weird lately. It's like it might be very hot and dry or a little bit humid, but then we'll just get rain out of nowhere. It'll be windy as hell too. Yeah, I'm half awake from my nap and I'm like, okay, I'm streaming. Screw it. I need to go into space game today because I just
Docking permission requested.
wanted to stream it.
Accepted.
Probably looking to streaming some other stuff later this week too. See what kind of time I got. Alright. Next out on animals. 7.5 hours. Oh, build up the resources. 10 runs. We make a copy of where it is right now. Make use of the copy while make like 2 copies, I think. 3 copies. 3 copies, which will take a few days to make each. And then sit on those 3 copies for a while for making what I plan to make. And then do the great big research. Okay. I think that's what's going to work for me because I don't want to be this long without being able to make any of them. Let's start making copies. And a copy of a copy of a copy. Okay. A wide variety of times, so it's not taking forever for one thing to be done. Okay. All right. And time for space rocks. Can find something to talk about along the way.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I was reading about kill rights on EV University, and apparently there are freaking scams for kill rights. Seriously, someone goes and does something criminal, and then enough to get the kill rights on them, and then they charge a stupid amount of money for someone to pay to um, make use of those kill rights, and then they come back in another ship and proceed to wreck whoever actually made good on those while having all that extra money. Yeah, apparently scams and other shit are apparently common in Eve. Approach a little further. See if I got any closer. There we go. That's what I needed. I'm gonna need more of that too. Okay. Keep an eye on who else is in the immediate vicinity. Yeah, it's always crazy to read about the crazy shit that's happened to this game. Like setting up a massive betrayal wars, like gigantic wars. Want to take the time and go through more of the game's history, explore the all the crazy stuff. But I remember watching the Down the Rabbit Hole video for Eve. It was pretty exciting to watch. Curious to explore the history for other games too. To see what games I really want to look into. The the other day we covered Hecatomb, old dead card game of crazy darkness. I'm currently looking into booster boxes for that game. I want to do one booster box opening for it, and maybe one a deck works, and then a post deck works showdown, just just to stretch the content as far as I possibly can, and the usual game short for it. I have to wonder what's like too much in terms of trying to stretch content out. So, hold on a minute. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, when I got the Hecaton cards, and they're kind of like a little bit sticky from the heat and time. I have to wonder if anytime in the next few years the cards might just break down on me. I hope not. Then again, I've held on to um, you know, I've held on to Yogg-Sothoth for all these years. Try to remember when it was at the game store. I had all the Hecatomb stuff someone's getting rid of. I picked up kind of cheap. Just because I missed the game. Even though I didn't really get to play it a whole lot at that time. When next year is going to be 20 years since Hecatomb first came out. There's a point that I wanted to make when I was talking about it on my main video. Is it is a game that would do really well, I think, with a digital implementation. I mean, we already have actual card games, online, Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh, and more custom card game ideas like Gwent, Shadowverse, Hearthstone, and such. I think it'd be cool to see a digital version of Hecatomb that keeps all the cool things about it. Because that would also give an opportunity for um, Single City to actually be released. Yeah, I wish I could remember more stuff about Single City, other than, Yawgmoth God card. There's another thing I was going to bring up. Um, I think it's featured in either pack. It's set 2 or set 3. The Endbringers League for people to play for prize support and all that. I remember last time I played in any kind of card game league was T-Forge. There's another dead game. Well, semi-dead game to look into. I think they brought it back. I'm not sure how well it is. Fair games with its microtransactions. It's understandable. Yeah, the only money I've spent on um, microtransactions. Is it? Are you talking about Eve, or talking about one of the card games that went online? I know it's Eve. I've only spent on the monthly Omega approach. a couple of times. I didn't really put money into anything else for the game. Yeah, Eve. Okay. Yeah, I just pay for the monthly subscription and that's it. But yeah, there's I make it a point not to spend money on games where I can avoid it unless it's one very specific thing that I maybe want to accomplish. Um, like Shadowverse. I think I bought a very specific crystal pack enough to get the battle pass for the season that I already hit level 100 on to get all the retroactive stuff once. Ooh, hold on. Sorry about that. Let me say when I was starting to win. My type of game. Yeah, I think it's something I kept in mind with the thing I kept in mind with like um, my brain just crashed. Hold on. I I look at what it. Oh, I I had a train of thought and it just like crashed on me. Sorry. Yeah, I just go with the monthly subscription just because it's straightforward and it lets me, do the stuff that I really want to do, like planetary industry. But that's it. I don't I don't spend money on the Plex. I don't spend money on all the starter packs or whatever. I'm just here for the month. I'll figure out if I'm gonna stay for one more or not. Yeah, I really haven't spent a whole lot of money on other games. Just the monthly for this, the month for World of Warcraft last year, just so I could play classic Wrath. The crystals exactly enough to get the battle pass for Shadowverse for the one season, and way, 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 way back when Maple Story, just to have some fun stuff to mess around with. Maple Story and Audition, back when it was part of Nexon. Yeah, but aside from that, I haven't really spent any money on any online games. It's been it's been interesting watching other people go kind of crazy about what they put their money into on these online games. It's like, really? It seems a bit much, but I guess it's
Warp drive active.
what they'd rather put their money into. I just know what I want to put my money into, and it's mostly the things that I have, physically. My various tabletop games, my movie collection, my anime, my CDs. It's something I can pick up and mess with in my room. Then cool.
Warp drive active.
Anyway, I know. But at some point, there are times where I'm like, okay, it's time to stop spending money on this. Like, yeah, exactly. Skins, black special items. Sometimes you just see you'll obtain those things by playing, but today, you can buy it. Okay, yeah,
Docking permission
I can see
requested.
that. I haven't really gotten into the whole
Docking request accepted.
Skitter thing. I haven't really messed with that because precisely because of all the plex it requires to even do that thing. The plex and then the skills. The skills are just like, seriously, do I really want to put all my effort into this? No, I want to put my effort into more planetary industry fund. Yeah, seeing where things go from earn to buy can get disappointing sometimes. And then the extra kick in the butt is when certain games just don't last at all. They, yeah, I play solo for most of the time, so mining industry and level 3 missions. That's cool. Gold space rocks and making stuff. Yeah, what always gets me is like, um, just the games that just disappear. It's like, where'd all the money go? Processing is not as good as I thought as it was. I think it's because I lost that implant. Need to remember. First off, let's get back on track for what I need for my industry. That was Warriors. I only need a few from the probe. And sell the rest. What else can I make? People buying these. Yeah, I remember when I first came back to this game, and it's like, what can I do? And for a while, I was just focusing on the little starter career for the industrialist, and that got me on track. That got me to start thinking, okay, this is what I need to do for this character. Yeah, there's a market for it. Just mining and making stuff. But I also liked a little bit of fighting. I never wanted to get into like big wars or anything. Let's see here. Uh, was Build and have a Nix carrier. Stop playing. Be able to build level 3 ships modules, one other thing too. Yeah, I haven't really looked into the Tech 2 stuff yet. Let's see. Variations. Missiles and rockets. Turrets. Yeah, it's like they put the Tech 2 stuff into Omega. So takes to make the stuff. All this stuff is crazy. Print. Where's all that? Eesh. Wormhole space. Corpse. Yeah, those are two things I haven't really gotten into yet. Checking out wormholes or joining a corp. I feel like if I join a corp, I would have to put more time into the game, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I want to make use of my time wisely and also have work too. And wormhole space, I'm curious, but at the same time, I don't want to have to. I don't want to end up losing yet another clone. I'm still working on replacing implants for this one. Yeah, I feel like I haven't completely explored the game as far as I wanted to yet, but it would be something to just keep trying out over time. That's right, I wanted to go fight pirates. Exactly. Play a lot if you're in a corp. Real life is a problem. Yeah, like my main work hours are um, mid morning to almost the afternoon. And then I'm not just playing here, I'm also playing tabletop games during the week. So, like Tuesday evenings, we're doing our board game league. Friday evenings is Battletech. Saturday afternoons is the longer board games. And I don't want to miss out on those things. Because those are the people I get to interact with the most. And it's part of what keeps me sane is having those real people in real life. That said, if I was part of a corp, I'd probably, do my best to be of help. But sorry, not players, no pirates. All right.
Warp drive active.
Another thing is I don't know what if my current skill set is geared towards helping corporations or not. I feel like my skills are more aimed at doing the things I really want to do. All right. I have like the most basic corporation management skill, and I keep running around in my head if the idea of, but what if I had a corporation? I don't know if I would really want to commit to that either. Yeah, one of the things that helped me early in the game, coming back to this, was I'd fight certain pirates who in real life is evil. Hello. Yeah, one of the things that helped me on was playing the game, was getting back to it. Um, one of the pirates occasionally pirates I'd find would have these like Omega level warp scramblers or something. Apparently, they could only be mounted on heavy interdiction cruisers or whatever, and they sold for like 4 million ISK. It's like, cool. This is money. Yay! But now I've got all these other options too between manufacturing and industry. Ooh, not forget this. Got it. Chimera. I still need to familiarize myself with the ships a little bit better. There's the ship tree. Okay. Yeah, critters. Yeah, I'll have to look it up later. Reduce problem find. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, scanning. Yeah, I was doing scanning for like whatever these opportunities come up. I keep finding like unstable wormholes and other combat sites and whatever. Like, do I want to put in the time to visit these or just focus on the opportunities? I should do more with the scanning stuff. Is there anything other ultra fitted combat site? Caldari carrier.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, wormhole. Logistics were a nightmare. I think that's my next experiment is make an extra probe, put scanner on it, go find a wormhole and go explore it. And kill it without moving. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to explore a wormhole one of these days, just to see. Oh, and get the let out. There we go. So reading or hearing about that there are people who like live out in wormhole space and make the most of it. That's interesting. Plates. Hey, dealing with narwhal. Narwhal ate my duck alliance. It's There's another thing I haven't really looked into are the alliances. So like corporations working together. It's interesting. I'm gonna take up a challenge. Go
Warp drive active.
fight some meaner pirates. Noctis plus salvage. The swords I was looking for. Long time since playing. It's cool to watch stream of it. Yeah, I was thinking about what games I wanted to stream when I got my new computer, and I realized, I can play Eve on this computer now. I thought, hey, maybe I can give streaming a try with this game.
Warp drive active.
Try to Honey Badger Coalition. Oh, cool. I remember when that video was going around. I want to say my sister or my sister's husband at the time was showing us that on his phone. Pirates. Where are pirates?
Warp drive active.
It's always interesting to see games involve teams and potential for cooperation and fighting. Do some salvage, the high-end minerals. I still have yet to go to Jeddah because um, that's a bit out of the way. Might have to figure out what would be the wisest path to take there. Get work at 6 more. Some my entire belts out. Yeah, I don't know if I want to invest in having alt stuff right now. Seven clients running on 2 monitors. Wow. I know one of the little pips that comes up when I start up the game is like, unleash the power of alts. Like, okay. Yeah, the only computers I've got right now are my 2 laptops. My old one from 2015 that just barely ran the game. It was rough trying to run that thing. And then this is the computer I'm running the stream on, which I got back in February. Yeah, material quotas, you meet them. Yeah. Stasis web of fire. It's all this weird technology of things to do to affect your targets. Ooh, should probably turn that off. Got the web of fire. There's target disruptors and all this other stuff. So, have decreased as they do. Clear ammo. Let's see what we get. There's another thing I keep thinking about too is with is doing more salvage operations and getting manufacturing blueprints for the rigs and make use of them. I don't know how well rigs are for a market. Every,
Warp drive active.
every ship I put rigs into has been blown to hell. But they do make a difference. That's a weird ship design. Forget missile. Go. I learned the hard way in space combat of sometimes just the standard orbit of 1,000 meters is too close. I figured like about 7,500 for this weapon has proven to be like the best approach to take. Otherwise, I'm missing more than usual. Alright, one down. Orbit. Lock. Target. Missile. And let's see. I'm wondering how much the tracking enhancer is helping to that end. It's always that little buzz sound, right? Right before they're blown to hell. Reload. And probably turn that off now. Let's see what we got here. More scraps. A malfunctioning shield emitter. Let's see what we got. More scraps. Nothing. On the next system. Okay. So on a train of thought before I got caught up in the game discussion. That's right, I was talking about dead card games. I was talking about the Endbringers League for... We're already dead. Hecatomb. And how the only other real card game league I got into was for Keyforge. And it was like very brief. I know they brought, I know they brought it back, but I'm not sure if it's here to stay or if it fell off again. I remember first reading about Keyforge having to be put on hold because the deck building algorithm was broken. And then the game got transferred over to someone else. And I think they were doing a Kickstarter about that to get going again. Or something. And Keyforge was an interesting game, but it very quickly fell into the secondary market issues of just people only really buying the decks to sell online if they're the ones with the four horsemen. And apparently there's like one deck that actually had two sets of them. It's like, ah, really? So of course that thing is going for stupid ass money. Which ties into a point we were discussing earlier about just the pay to win issues. It just kind of ruins the fun, knowing that there's like powerful decks out there. And one of the things they were trying to introduce as part of the game proper is the deck registry and monitoring wins and losses for certain decks. That if they were doing too well, they would get chains. Chains would affect how many cards you draw back to. And then you would lose a chain after drawing back to that modified number. Stress trigger unit. Someone was buying a ton of these. A decent money maker for a little while. We'll just see if they're still doing it. Get the let out. Okay. Yeah, Keyforge is another effectively dead card game I'm looking into for future content video. Ooh, tags. Wonder if any who collects these like for fun. Yeah, I have fond memories of keyboards, but I think it's it's
Warp
done
drive
as far
active.
as I care. I think the only card games I'm not going to cover are the three big ones that everybody already knows about anyway. Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. I have played all of them. Oh yeah, they're very good details. Yeah, they're buying it. Only buying one. That's the best price. I can do one more check.
Warp drive active.
Check this last belt and then go sell the loot. Nobody. All right. Control.
Warp drive active.
I forget the exact systems where I've encountered them, but occasionally I've seen Blood Raiders show up, at which point I go for the whatever gate is on whatever gate I came from and warp, like just try my best to jump out of there before I get wiped out. I nearly lost a rupture to those bastards.
Warp drive active.
I still can't believe I got my pod blown up by a freaking smart bomb. I feel like if I took more risks in the game, I'd probably be dead a lot more often.
Warp drive active.
I've I've come to make my peace with the fact that I'm gonna get blown to hell, even though I don't like it. I try to avoid it as much as I can. Of course, standing disagrees. Wait a minute, Inventar. Let me check something. Make sure there's no ships there. Yes, there are ships. Crap. Do it on the run.
Warp drive active.
Oh, hell yes. Set destination. Stop. Let's go.
Warp drive active.
Paying way more money. Let's go there. Just wonder if the market will be better for the salvage or not. I like having my home base like right on the edge of like two different markets. Then I have to put in twice the work of figuring out what market's better for selling stuff.
Warp drive active.
Like, is there like a good online utility or something in game where I can just check multiple markets at once? Because being only able to check my active market is kind of a pain. Dying Eve is brutal. Losing losing ships has sucked. Losing my capsule was an absolute pain in the ass. I'm only just now starting to get my implants back. Thank goodness for loyalty point stores and doing agent
Warp
missions for
drive
these
active.
opportunities. Look how you can like zoom out and make it quiet and zoom in and make it a little bit louder.
Warp drive active.
Fram or Farn? I can tell sometimes. What is Farn? Okay.
Warp drive active.
So that's 20 coming from. Yeah. Pirates. Pirates. Scan range finding array. Cool. Always makes me happy to know the stuff that I make is what people want to buy. Yay, space capitalism.
Warp drive active.
New ship-up module. That difference in prices. Prices. Yeah, I'll have to just make it a point to check it out one of these
Docking permission requested.
days.
Docking request accepted.
I just hope my computer doesn't crash trying to handle that location. Let's see here. Thinking thing from here down. So that was a definite sell it. Make absolutely sure we're on immediate. I don't know how many times I've seen something for sale that is like just barely more expensive than the top buyer because somebody forgot to change the timing. Bar. I swear the prices were better in Metropolis. Yeah, I think this is not too far off. Yeah, that's great. Let's just sell everything. Call it a day. I don't know. I'm thinking. Hmm. All I'm thinking, I'm going to put this back in the shed for a sec. Let's remember. Let's drop back by home real quick. And then figure out the route. This. You go back, pick up some stuff. I may need more cargo bay for what I intend to bring. I will check the star map once I get back to my base.
Warp drive active.
What else is going on? Looking at what else I've got coming down the pipeline. Maybe a nice X-shape route, yeah. It might be a long ass route, but I'll play it safe.
Drive active.
It's getting noisy out there. Almost home. Pick up stuff, figure out the route, and go check it out. Yeah. Um, other stuff I got coming down the pipeline for streams, videos. I definitely want to get back to Reciteer and Indivisible. But I'm also looking at Total War Shogun 2, because I just like that era of Japan history. I'm just curious. A brutal time, but sometimes
Drive active.
the brutal times of history that are most intriguing. So we've got. I still have that Warhammer 40k terrain I've been meaning to put together. The video. Put them together, paint them, I'm tempted to come back to 40K. It's, at the same time, that's another investment of time and money. I'm not sure if I'm ready to make again.
Warp drive active.
And then I've got that three. Opened up the box for the 3D puzzle that I'm gonna figure put together and feature. And I noticed none of those pieces are in plastic bags. They are loose inside the box. I'm like, oh, I'm seriously hoping everything's here. But the box was sealed pretty well enough. All right, back home.
Warp drive active.
Good old 5-2 Paper and Co. Remember, I was first doing the career stuff. I was working out of Embod. Yeah, going to Jita. Invest time and buy interesting things there.
Docking permission requested.
Yeah, 40K. Okay, so I've actually played 40K back when
Docking request
it was
accepted.
towards the tail end of third edition and on the right before the start of fourth. And I've played just about every army. Some further than others. I used to have a ton of orcs. I was I was notorious for my orc army for how weird it was. And I made the mistake of selling off the army without thinking it through, and I only made like $50 on it. Okay, for ship. We're taking the ship with more cargo space. Troublemaker. But it's a fun game. Okay, I've got not much room left. Yeah, I miss my works, but I think I'd probably look into um, Leagues of Voton because space dwarfs also appeal to me. That's right. I was keeping one of these on personal. I have a plan for a mobile make use of a mobile depot somewhere. I need to figure out where. Those, all those. No, it's 50. Although that does remind me of a time I was selling a skateboard, and yeah, uh, and I told, hey, I want this to be sold for like $50, and they misheard me. The person who's running the little yard sale thing misheard me and only sold it for 15. But yeah, the thing was is uh what was it? It was a tabletop game convention auction, and I just listed it as bucket of orcs. So I didn't really get a whole lot for it. If I had maybe specified what I had or for the orcs, remind me what this does. Maybe I might have gotten more for it. Speed. You know, Let's go. Do it. Okay. Let's kind of just bring and sell off. So I don't really need a lot of stuff I can just remake anyway. So screw it. And stuff. Civilian afterburner. I don't know it's all for much, but it's something. And 2000. Alrighty. Now to figure out the path. Data is up here. Route. Prefer safer. Okay. That destination. uh, uh, ye gods. Here for the long haul. Alright. What steps do I already have? I've got um my probe, Blade Runner 2049. The unnamed Reaper that I might end up ditching anyway. I don't know, something nostalgic about it. Tombstone, my cruiser, um, or Rupture. Destro, my Thrasher. Troublemaker, the Rifter. Two different ventures, Glass Slipper and Metabee. And my Wreath Atlas. And a metric ton of Minotaur shuttles. And my personal shuttle. You know what? It's an absolute pain in the. The problem is if I take the Wreath, I can also take shuttles, but it's slower to start the warp. But if I'm taking a safe route anyway, then why not? Just board the Wreath, move everything from select all, get in there. That leaves me that much space. A ton of space left to work with for putting shuttles on there. Yeah. Yeah, this is my super cargo carrier ship with 5 expanded cargo hold 2s on there. And probably a bunch of unnecessary stuff, but I don't know. That's felt like it. Alright. Ships. However many can fit onto the Wreath. 19. Alright. Yeah, we were loaded up. Okay. Before we proceed any further, it is time for a stretch break because I've been sitting down long enough and I'm going to be sitting down for a lot longer. Ugh. All right. Here we go. First ever journey to Jeddah. keep the cursor over the jump.
Active.
Just hit it as to get into the next spot. All right. What I want to do, have a freaking little kitchen timer. I'm going to put the battery back in there. I'm going to start the timer. I'm going to see how long this actually takes. All right. As soon as this jump is complete, just start the clock.
Warp drive active.
All right. Oh shit. Uh, it's fine. We're on a safe route. Nobody fucks with it. Oops. Okay. Cargo containers. Still remember the one time back when I played, I want to say 2011. It was like around April Fool's Day. And someone had set up a bunch of secure cargo containers in the shape of Pac-Man. I don't remember if I shared that picture on the community or YouTube community yet. That was just like one of the sillier moments I got to have with the game. Apparently, it's like a kind of a tradition that people make art out of cargo containers.
Warp drive active.
Well, what else is there for me to talk about? Recent stuff. Yeah, I did the short for my physical media collection. The only thing I haven't really featured on that was my books. That might be a separate thing. Yeah, I like having the physical things um, of you know DVDs and Blu-rays and put in my actual Blu-ray player. Watch whenever the hell I want, and there's no service to step in and take it away from me. You know, or my CDs, put it to a CD player whenever I want.
Warp drive active.
Listen to whenever. Flip through the liner notes and like read whatever interesting things the band has put in there. Goons B shape. I, I've never checked out. I know that that's associated with the something awful. I think I've never checked out the site or anything related to
Warp
it,
drive active.
but I always hear about. I always end up reading about stuff through like either TV tropes or other or Wikipedia or something about yeah this group is about this stuff or this series about this stuff, and it always has me curious. What if I can like look it up one of these days? think of, yeah, if I ever had the time, the patience and the vision to do it, I want to do a little demonic skull face dude down there. Either that one or the simple one that I used to use for my channel. But yeah, I've been wondering, is it Galent or Galente Federation? I'm trying to, I want to make sure I have the right pronunciation for some of this stuff. You know, it would probably help if Galente, Galente,
Warp drive active.
Galente. Before I go much further, what station, what station do I actually need to dock at for Cheetah? Because that's the one thing I forgot to figure out was
Warp drive active.
to just to, I don't remember. Okay, just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna.
Warp drive active.
I messed up the route. Just on the safe side, have an actual location. And if it's not the right place to dock, then you'll always dock somewhere else in the system. The important thing is getting in there and then docking as soon as possible.
Warp drive active.
Hey, still going on the journey. Keep thinking back to the road trips we used to go on from where we live now to where we used to live to visit family. It would take at least a day, possibly 2 days. Sometimes I have to stop at a rest stop, or
Warp
sometimes
drive
it's
active.
stop at a hotel. I kind of miss those road trips, but it was always a pain in the butt if I ever needed to hit the bathroom and there wasn't one for a while. Caldari Navy Assembly Plant. Okay. Downtown. Cheetah. That's the destination. Okay.
Hard drive active.
I think the last time I had to do any onto like any long road trip of any kind was summer last year or the year before. We went through went down to Walsenburg, over to Alamosa, up to the hot springs, and from after leaving there up to Salida and then back to Pueblo. One gigantic circle, but a lot of nice scenery. Going from Salida to Pueblo was had some really nice rock formations. Yeah, it'd be fun to go on a road trip again one of these days. It is. It's 0.5.
Hard drive active.
Yeah, as long as I don't see a blinking targeting notification of should be fine. Yeah. Road trip in space. Woo.
Hard drive active.
It's always cool to see the different colors they go with for the space, different bits of space in the universe. Hmm.
Hard drive active.
Aldari State. Should be smooth the rest of the way. I'm just hoping we get into Jita proper, that things don't, crash on me.
Hard drive active.
remember when I got this. Yeah, no, they're out. Yeah, might have to take some time to do some research on what stuff I actually want to pick up. I know I like manufacturing things, so maybe a blueprint, some blueprints for stuff that I want to make. Of course, I'll have to research the relevant crap out of them, like I usually do. There's another thing, like there's all the unique stargates or warp gates.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, blind blueprints. Just have to double check what I already have.
Warp drive active.
So it's reinforced. Okay, it's under attack. Alright.
Warp drive active.
Ghost ship. Okay. My OBS went red on me for a minute. Uh,
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
the stream's still up. Did we make it? Are we still connected? Okay. Oh, I remember to stop my timer. 18 minutes and 30 some odd seconds. It's not too bad. It's definitely a dedicate a day of the week to sell a shit ton of goods. Yay! We survived the journey. Yeah. All right. Alrighty. Smooth. Select all. Okay. Alright, let's check out the markets for Vegeta.
Please take extra care during our renovation works.
Sweet holy crap. That is like this this is the best price I've ever seen for someone who wants to buy my shuttles. That is that is a hell yes moment. Yeah. Alright. That doesn't seem too much. Here's where I'm curious. Hmm. It's it's okay. I mean, for selling it instantly, it's
Jitter
better
train
than my
runway
usual
operator
put it
velocity to
on the market
snaps.
approach. All right, let's go ahead and clear everything out. What do we got here? This to the side. All right, reactors, transmitters, the high tech kind. Oops, what was the market? Yeah, sell that. The question is there anything that I want to put on a longer term? Yeah, you know what? Insurance. Will it let me? Just to be absolutely sure. Okay. I think there's like one single insurance company for the entire universe. Insured. Rest assured, the ship is insured. Yeah. Insured for actually insuring the ship. Assured is basically letting you feel a little bit better about knowing things are going to be all right. Like, rest assured, we got you covered. So, rest assured, the ship is insured. Yeah, this is definitely something to do once to maybe like build up stuff in the cargo bay for the wreath over time, and then just make a day to go out of my way and sell everything that I built up. So, Yeah, that's fine. I always notice like some people will do the range of buying, and I learned the hard way to pay attention to like the star map very carefully. Uh, I'm not going out of my way for that, because I remember putting in a buy order and putting it for like 5 jumps or something, and it ended up in like a low security location. And it's like, oh crap, I'm going to have to send the fastest ship I can to get there and get it out. Yeah, someone's actually buying these. Yeah, this is definitely a make absolutely sure my connection is stable before attempting kind of mission. As as surprised when I got this computer and was like, where's where do I put the Ethernet cord? Where's the plug for it? And then realized, oh, it's Wi-Fi access only. I thought that was a, a problem until I actually connected with the router that we have here and found out it's actually much faster for this computer. My old computer, not so much. This
Welcome
computer,
to
it
Trader
uses
Joe's.
Wi-Fi like an absolute boss.
There has been reports of scammers in the local area.
I just get so used to wanting to have things wired, so I'm not going over for that. You know, things wired so that I'm not having to worry about batteries or connections or anything. But seeing how well the Wi-Fi holds up for um, this computer, I feel a little bit better about it.
Jita Trade Hub is not responsible for monetary loss due to local chat scammers.
And to get done selling these, and then yeah, and then I'm going to look at things that I currently produce in planetary industry and see what would actually be worth bringing all the way out here.
Today's forecast. Pilot
Metal scraps are serious business. Or scanner probes. Can make a ton of them and sell them for a shitload of money. Let's keep that in mind. So last living. Almost to the end of this. Oops, sorry. Alright. Oop, already there.
Pilots are reminded
Okay.
of the use of unlicensed hidden submarine planes and that all items are sold
So yeah, that was definitely worth the journey. But now I want to start doing my research into blueprints that I want to actually make. Okay. Combat missions. Lower graphics. Yeah. Probably. Yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. Biomass. Who's buying biomass? I don't make biomass, but on my next planetary industry, I might be looking at a planet where I can make biomass. Planet colonies.
Pilots are reminded
Ice
they are
world.
engaging in unlicensed business
Okay.
practices, and that all items are sold separately.
Yeah. Someone's buying a ton of it. Let's see. What else? Water. 500. Noble gas makes oxygen. It's not so much. Organisms make bacteria. Heavy metals make toxic metals. That's not too much. So I'm thinking next colony is the ice world in Elgoi, and just extract the ever-living crap out of plankton colonies and get the biomass and sell it. Or let's see here, biomass can make super tensile plastics, viral agents, genetically enhanced livestock. Proteins would have to come from another world, and I don't have it. Isha. Okay. Viral agent, plastics. Okay. That's some bad for the trip back to. Okay. Fine. Got. Let's find what around here. Super tensile plastics.
Pilots, please be careful of the debris as you are docking, and remember to
Yeah.
check your shield and armor markers before exiting.
Versus viral agent. Okay. So ice world, noble gas to oxygen, plankton colonies to biomass. Combine both into the super tensile plastics, and then bring them here and make money. All right. So curiosity, what do the plastics go into? Data chips. Planetary vehicles. I make test cultures on my other planet already. I make microfiber shielding too, but those are for my nuclear reactors. Synthetic synapses. Market details. Those are selling for quite a bit. It makes 3. So that's 280-ish minus taxes. I always have to remember to figure in the reduction from taxes from selling stuff. Okay. That's probably about 250K. Planetary planetary vehicles. Yeah, that's six. Vehicles require quite a bit. I I could rebuild the mechanical parts plant for um, my barren planet, but that means I have less noble metals and react metals for um, taking over to my lava planet to make um, the stuff that I need to make the mobile depots. But it is an option. Let's look at planetary vehicles. Market. Yeah, they're worth considerably more. It's definitely an option. It's definitely an option. I'll keep that in mind. Let's see what else. See, I make guidance systems. Those are 90,000 apiece. High tech transmitters, 86. Reactors, 100K. And smart fab units, 89. So smart fab, guidance, smart fab. Okay. High tech transmitters, smart fab units, guidance systems, nuclear reactors. In that order, in terms of least to most. What I get out of it. Let's see. I'm going to. I might just have to take the time to go through this and just start taking notes. And I think it's gonna take a while, but probably do that after. The other thing to look at blueprints. Ship equipment, actual ships. Yeah. Okay. I have a lot of homework to do on the market stuff, and I'm not sure how interesting that's going to be to watch. So I think what I might just do for now is call it here. Um, thank you for watching, Geomax, and thanks for stopping by, RB20 guy. Yeah, I've invested in a bunch of notepads precisely because I was having to take so many notes on this game. So I'll be making use of those and taking notes and figuring out how to make the most of this new market opportunity that is Cheetah. All right. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. It's been fun, but we'll see you next time. This has been Pillar Nexus, the Ancient Gladiator, and have a good time of day wherever it is you are. We'll see ya. Yeah.
Should a trade hub is not responsible